roundabout of the week. It's the MooCamp roundabout of the week.
Okay, as you know, each week on the MooCamp Radio Show, I go out to see what's happening at one of the 3,426 beautiful roundabouts in Milton Keynes, and I pick one completely at random to describe to you in all its splendour. Now, this week's roundabout is one that's referred to by many names, some referencing its size and some referencing the landmarks that are around it. It's got 5 exits, is one of the largest roundabouts in Milton Keynes, and its name stems from a field in the days of the old Wolverton Manor. And who says we've got no history? So where is this week's roundabout of the week?
We're going to update you later in the show. I'm being gesticulated from across the studio.
No, you weren't.
Wasn't I? Okay. All right. I thought I was. It's just you waving your hands like that. It's some weird sort of Tourette's thing going. Okay.
Right, I have some text here. Matt from Milton Keynes Village says, God on board, can't wait for Orient. Sammy from Bletchley says, I'm looking forward to Orient, can't wait. Stefan from Lindslade has said, what do you think of Carl Baker, or is it too early to say? Ivor from somewhere in London says, franchise in capital letters. Donald from Thurston says, looking forward to the next home match, away matches are for wimps. And Sarah from Kingston says, I'm lost. Can anyone help me find my way out of Milton Keynes?
Interesting. Okay. Right. Jers, do your stuff.
Hello, I'm Jim Cleland, and every Tuesday between 9am and 12pm on Secklow Sounds Radio, you can hear all things MK. We have local news, sport, weather, traffic and travel, and lots of music. I'll be talking to local people about fitness, health, what's going on in Milton Keynes, our diverse community, local businesses, and much more. Join me, Jim Cleland, for all things MK every Tuesday between 9am and 12pm on Secklow Sounds Radio.
I'm delighted, nay, nonplussed, to have the chair of the Milton Keynes Don Supporters Association, Mr. Adam Faiers, with us. Welcome, Adam.
Hello, thank you very much.
We've had questions flooding in ever since we announced that Adam was going to be on. But, first thing from me is, how's it going? How are you settling into the new role?
Yeah, it's good. What the first part of the year has just been trying to do is just to build some excitement about what the Supporters Association can do. And I think in the past, without being controversial, I think we've probably gone down.
You're just
going to
slag everyone off, aren't you?
I'm not going to slag anyone off because everyone does the job at the time. Yeah. I think that the thing with the club is, obviously we were very kind of the move based and everything up until the last 10 years, and that's probably.
Tell us about the move.
I don't know. I did. I got phoned up the other day by Radio 5 to talk about London Wasps.
I saw that. Did it actually go ahead in the end?
No,
it looked like it was on and off.
Yeah, no, after a couple of pints of beer, they phoned me up at 11 o'clock and said, can you come on anyway? It's like,
Were you ambushed?
I was a bit.
Yeah.
But, no, I just said, look, the thing is, you've got to look at recent history, and Coventry have done really well to get back into Coventry, and Pompey fans are now stable with their club. So if fans stick with their club, then they'll get what they want. That's what I said.
Oh,
excellent.
Yeah.
Text are suddenly coming in.
Yes, we'll get a response to that one.
No, God almighty. Well done, Adam.
No, that was all right.
How long have you been on post now?
Well, John stepped down at the AGM, and I think that was in June. So since then, and we've got a good team. I mean, we've got Carolyn, Sarah, Rex, Tom, who are all, what we sort of set out over the summer was, what would a good year for the DSA look like? And we really decided that, I think in the past we've obviously been very sort of focused on, like the Accord and all the things with Wimbledon and all those sorts of things, but time's moved on, and I think we have been guilty, if anything, of not doing anything for like the fans now. What's sort of going on. So we're putting on is some events. So we've got a FIFA night coming up.
FIFA night.
And I was really, really wanting to announce that tonight to make it a scoop for you on the night it was going to be. Uh-huh. But the club can't quite get their act together on a room for us. So, but it's coming out. It's going to be very, very soon. We've got Toys R Us are going to do special deals on the game prices.
There's a really great way of forcing their hand on this. Let's just announce it anyway. We'll put the date, the time plate, and they'll have to do it.
It's either that or there's some corporate team that are going to be a bit hacked off if we turn up. But we got our we are going to the National Football Museum on the 30th of November, and we've got a team coach that's going to be that you can take the option of that if you want to go on that. The mighty Dan McCallum is going to do a quiz for us. we were going to do it this week, but we sadly had to just put it back. That's my
Is he
fault.
a member, Adam? Can I ask?
He is joining.
I don't believe he's joined. I'm
he
not
is
sure whether he
guaranteed
should
that
be
he's gonna
allowed to
join.
participate because he's using my membership money to further his own career.
Well, we need to sort him out. I need you to pressure him then.
Join, you idiot!
If you're listening, Dan.
Join!
Yeah, if you're sober, Dan.
And dressed.
So we've got a quiz coming up that Dan's going to do.
Is that in the line of the quiz nights that we've run in the past?
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah,
Excellent.
So
We've won in the past.
That we've won repeatedly in the past. Yes.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. That was always great.
It was a great evening.
It was never massively attended, but it was always enough to
make
I
us
think
win every week.
to let us win every week and get tickets for games that we all have season tickets for.
So that's the idea.
Yeah.
So the thing is, if you don't do something, then you need to sort of build something, don't you? So let's start it from there. So the trip to the National Football Museum has been really well received, and I'm really looking forward to that. There's quite a few sort of
That's a
taking
very
us up
good
on that.
idea and something
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, and I've been
you
on to.
never ever thought of doing before.
I've actually been on to St George's Park as well, and they have offered in the early part of next year to do a special visit just for us. We would get it just for us, so that would be really cool.
Exclusive, Brando. Exclusive.
Yeah, that is.
Right there.
Hang on a second.
Exclusive.
Hang on a minute. There we go.
That's cool.
So but our signature project this year is the archive.
Oh, I
it's
thought
called.
you were going to say something else.
What are you going to say?
Spending some money.
Oh yes. Well, that's the whole point.
Oh, stop that, Paul.
No, there is money there, and it's people have joined. They've put their money in, and running the Supporters Association isn't an expensive thing, but we have money there that's to be spent, and that's why we want to put on these nights. So, but the big project, the big signature project, which is called History in the Making, is this archive that we want to put together, and we've actually already started. So the idea is that you can go on and you can go onto the website. You'll see a picture of the team, for example, and then you'll be able to click onto the players, see what see what their stats are, go on to all the staff, see all those things, see what the rest of the club's been doing as well. So all the disability teams, all of the ladies teams, everything associated with the club, and most importantly of all of the fans as well. We want to capture all like fans, thoughts and memorabilia and all that sort of stuff, so that we've got a place for us to say, right, this is what we've been doing over the last 10 years. And then as we grow, year on year, then stuff gets added to it. Excellent. So it's a very exciting project. And we're doing it now. So, and hopefully going to be launching it in kind of February, March next time.
Oh,
next
fantastic.
Year.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you just look around this table, we've probably got photos and things coming out of our ears of various bits and pieces in the past. And most of it, I mean, there are a few bits up on the MooCamp website, but generally it's just sitting on my hard drive wasting space.
Yeah.
And it'd be really nice to get some of it, give it a platform. Even if, when we're talking about matches or people's memories and things, I can guarantee we've got pictures of those matches. We've got other things we can add. So I'm sure there's loads of stuff out there that people can
that's
contribute.
It. And it kind of leads into other things as well. So we've got I don't know if you remember Chris, who followed me up to Carlisle in his car, but he's a very good photographer, and he's going to come and do a project where he's like taking pictures of fans before the game, during the game, after the game, capturing their real sort of, emotions and those, sort of stereotypical pictures and things. So we've got a gallery, and the idea is that we'll be able to set it up as a kind of a big art project in Milton Keynes, and then people come and see it. It's just really to kind of draw in the rest of the city as well.
I think that you could link into that in a different way, so to speak. But something that I've been looking to do for a number of years, but the only problem that I've had is when I've tried to do it, nobody's been interested.
Yeah.
And I've never been interested enough to do it. Although
He's selling this really well, isn't he?
Can't have, give us your boring idea.
No, I needed something to comically end that off. Is video blogs, video diaries of away games.
Yeah, I think that'd be brilliant.
I think that'd be brilliant. Speaking
video.
to, travelling on the coach or whatever, and speaking to various fans and asking what they think the score would be, getting a few fans from other clubs.
If I could interject, you used to do that before.
Yeah, John used to do one or two videos like that. I remember
I know
him doing
someone that's done some videos.
Anyone in particular?
No, I can't think off the top of my head. I can't think of
I was looking at you through that.
20,000 people watching one of them. I've no idea who that's.
Yeah, just because you chose the Wolves game, you always throw that one. It's like, I had loads of people listening, none of them knew you. None of them knew who you were.
The majority of them were me. Click, click. Yeah, it's very good. It's I'll say one thing. It's a lot of hard work doing that, and but it's highly enjoyable, and it's the
It is when you
when
get it right.
Yeah, it can be very funny.
Video's the way. It's the way forward, isn't it? On websites and things.
Oh,
And
definitely.
I think it's as easy sometimes to get a video blog up there as it is to do like a written thing.
Oh, definitely.
And like you say, if people are engaged in it and they see themselves, then get it up. So
Yeah.
100% behind that, and to get it on the very well visited mkdsa.co.uk website.
You've been on air for a few minutes. I haven't mentioned how well visited the website is.
What I was going to say before I lost my train of thought and I said a really funny comment is I would do it, but I don't have the technology to piece it all together. So the editing technology. So that's often held me back. So I think if there are people out there who, that have that sort of technology on their laptop to be able to create videos like that, then I think they should go ahead with it, because I think there are a lot of people who'd be interested in doing things like that.
Yeah, I think so. But the thing I think to that same extent as well is that sometimes it just puts something up, even though it might be a bit rubbish, and then
it just helps promote Away Day.
Exactly,
we need more numbers, and if there
Yeah.
are people who look at it and say that looks fun,
yeah, exactly.
I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
definitely.
What's the story with the stand in the ground? Because you seem to have moved from the
We
fixed
have
one to a more
moved.
temporary.
Well, as much as we loved seeing the three people that used to come round to the stand,
A regular part of my pre-match day.
it's-
They walk round
I
there,
know,
say
and,
hi.
and I apologise for that. But we have moved. We are having a new stand built, which is very exciting. At the top of the stairs to gate 6, there's going to be a new stand just on the corner. It's currently a cleaner's room.
Right.
So what's going to happen is they're going to knock a bit of the wall down.
Taking you to the cleaners.
I see
Indeed.
what you did there.
Well done.
There's the laughter.
But at the moment, we have a temporary stand which rolls out, so we're still there. And actually, that's been really good. We've probably had 50, 60 new members just from having that stand, just ran by the
Fantastic. Where people know it's there.
and it's
or people
exactly
see
yeah,
it.
it's people seeing it. So, and obviously we've got the free membership for the under-12s.
Yeah.
So being by the family corner, that's just a brilliant position.
Yeah.
So that's really worked for us, and the club have been really good in accommodating that. So yeah, that's kind of worked. So I'm sorry for the 3 people that are missing out where we were.
It's me and Keith and
But isn't it? Do you want another
Calpy.
exclusive?
Yeah, go on. Another exclusive. Hold on a second.
At the next Saturday game, in the bar over on the east wing, we're going to be canvassing for a new name for the bar.
I thought you were going to say for the team then. No! Interesting.
No, it's staying. Yeah, so no, it's possibly not the most exciting for people who use the Cowshed bar, but anyone who uses the East Stand bar, which is currently called like G19 or something, it's very industrial.
Is there a specific bar around there? Or is
Yeah,
it
there
just
is. There is a bar.
Rubbish
the
in
snug?
there.
Yeah.
The snug.
It's rubbish, to be quite honest.
That's the spirit.
And that's what we want to do. We want to make
we
it
want
a
I've got
bit
a
more
name
we want a
exciting.
name to cover up the fact that it's rubbish.
I've got that very name.
What is it?
The East Stand Bar.
The East Stand Bar. I like that.
We'll propose that.
Yeah,
And
if you look at the initials, that
Yeah.
comes out as TESB, which is I'll,
just
I'll
as
see you in
good.
TESB.
Yeah.
People will say.
Now I know.
At 42 minutes past kickoff.
Sorry,
Adam, carry on.
No, that's all right. The food and beverage manager, Stephen, he's a very nice chap. He, I think he's trying to convince the Concrete Cow Brewery to do free samples around there on the day that we do the on the day that
That'll
we
suit
canvass the
someone
names.
I know.
So if anybody's got some ideas for the name, put them in.
Oh.
Get them in on your thing.
yeah.
Excellent. We'll do it as a question of the week.
Do
if
it,
you like.
yeah, question of the
That'll
week.
get another 4
Fantastic.
people doing it.
Yeah. So the East Stand Bar, the Snug.
The snug.
Any others?
Yeah. No,
Tina
I
Sharple's here
will
now.
think of something
Keep you
suitably witty between now and the end of the show.
So yeah, we're going to be around there. So it's a good example of where the club are just saying to us, look, you know,
Robbo's return.
See, that works on a number of levels.
Does, Ina Sharple's
Because he
here
went
now.
away and then he came
did,
back.
He did. Carry on, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to move on.
What's Pete's
Yeah, no,
wife's
brilliant.
name?
What?
Pete's wife's name.
Bernie's bar.
That's alright.
Bernie's Bar.
Bernie's.
Bernie's Bar and Grill.
They did
Bernie's
have the
Bar and Grill.
suggestion of Louis, but Dean doesn't want that.
What's it got to do with him?
What do you do with him?
He's our servant. He does what we tell him to.
Pay that man's wages.
I'm now going to start a campaign for Louis' Bar at this point in time for him being so
Louis'
truculent.
Bar. see you at Louis' Bar at 42 minutes
That's
after
it. Whatever you decide to call it, from this point onwards, we are calling it Louis' Bar.